So, we have some Game of Thrones fans in the audience?
Yeah.
One or two? All right. Yeah. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
For King Joffrey?
Yeah.
Yeah. King of the Andals in the first man?
Yeah.
Let's give a big Tampa welcome to Jack Gleeson.
Hello, thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Comic Con here. This is what, your third panel this weekend?
Second. Yeah. Second time's a charm.
Well, cool. All right, so let's jump right in. I know we're going to get lots of questions about Game of Thrones. I mean, we know that, but so I'd like to ask you about a couple other things for a change.
Okay. Yeah, just like Matt's questions.
Yeah.
Just like multiplication.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, that's funny. Yeah, you studied Wittgenstein too, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Philosophy. So we're going to talk about philosophy. No, I'm just kidding. We're talking about
How can you actually talk about philosophy? I can't talk about philosophy because all philosophical language is in and of itself like self-destructive.
But you just did talk about Let's talk about Batman. That was your first role.
Yeah.
Batman Begins.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was pretty cool. I mean, I feel like I was so young at the time that I don't really remember a huge amount about it.
How old were you?
I was like 10, I think. You know, and all the drugs they gave me back then. You know, your memory just goes to much after a while when it's your 6th day drinking on the job. I mean, it was so cool. I mean, how cool is it to be like 10 years old and get to hang out with Batman for a job? And yeah, then it turned out to be a really good movie and the beginning of a really good film series. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
When you did theater work after that?
Yeah, I was kind of doing.
Small roles too.
Yeah. I mean, I was always kind of doing small theatre parts in Dublin, where I'm from, and short films, and then kind of bad feature films and that kind of thing. But yeah, so Game of Thrones kind of came when I was like 17. But before that, yeah, I was just enjoying life as a high school student and acting on the side as a hobby.
So you're kind of doing this as a hobby. How did you get to Game of Thrones?
Just completely, just very like normally. Like I just heard. I don't know if my agent is here. Is Gillian here? Maybe she isn't. Hello. But I was just with her since I was like 8 years old, and she runs like this drama school in Dublin, and just went to a random audition that she got me for this thing called Game of Thrones that I hadn't heard of. I hadn't heard of the book series, The Song of Ice and Fire or anything, because I'm an idiot. And yeah, it was like any other audition that you go to. You just learn the lines and go in, and it was 5 minutes, and I did the scene. I think it's in the first episode where I'm kind of trying to be cool in front of Rod Stark and Jon Snow, doing the archery, trying to intimidate them when the Baratheon and the Lannisters first go to Winterfell, and yeah, and then I just got a call that I got the part, so it kind of came out of the blue completely.
So you mentioned books. Did you then go and read the books?
Yeah, well, I read the first one just to kind of get a sense of the world and the character and that kind of thing, and I felt like that was enough. I'm not that dedicated of an actor. But I just don't have the attention span. So, but I mean, I did thankfully. I think the first thing I did before I read the first book was like Google the character summary or like book series summary, so I knew like when my character was going to be killed off and the kind of general trajectory of the character. So nothing was a surprise. Some people were like, "So what was it like when you read the script and saw that you died?" It's like, well, I'm not gonna not know. It's like you get fired like on the day. It'd be pretty bad.
Actually, I've heard that's happened to a couple of Walking Dead people.
Well, maybe yeah. Well, I suppose.
Oh, you're gonna get eaten on this one.
Yeah. Goodbye.
So let's talk about Joffrey a little bit, because we're gonna, I'm sure, get lots of questions here, but I mean, he's really one of the just great villains of TV. I mean, and it's nailed it. Really, I mean, you really pulled off this, this spectacular role to the point where you're one of the most hated fictional characters. I mean, it's what it is, right? Ramsey may have taken over for Joffrey now.
Ramsey.
The real bad boy, which who would have thought? Joffrey went up, right? But what's that like for you? Because clearly you're not like Joffrey in your life. Right?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm acting like that.
As far as we know.
Maybe I'm actually a sadistic, mini part.
Was it hard, and in particular, were there certain scenes